So I got hurt week
Denim
5
Cook.
of my senior year. I missed 5 games during the season, and I feel like I'm doing great right now, getting back to 100%. Yeah.
What was it like seeing these linebackers they call themselves the Sharks and make as many plays as they did last year?
It was inspirational because one of my cousins, he's one of the Sharks, Raheem Boss. So just seeing him and seeing where we came from together, like really showed me like what I can do and like what holds for the future here.
What did he tell you about how they built that culture and made themselves that big of a part of the team?
He said it wasn't easy. It was a grind every day, definitely. You got to work hard no matter what. Just work towards a goal, and they work towards a goal to be the best linebackers in the nation, and that's what they did.
Then what kind of impact was potential play with your cousin?
That was major, just because we always played against each other, you know, as like young children, but we never got to be on the same team, and now we're finally on the same team. That means a lot to me.
Did you ever get the advantage on him when you guys played against each other?
Nah, he was always bigger, faster, and stronger, but now we're at the same level. Not the same.
You know, like coming up, you were listed as like a linebacker in high school, but I think you're coming here to play defensive end. What kind of allows you to just kind of play on both sides, but also what are your strengths as a pass rusher, I guess?
Something that allows me to play both sides is like my versatility. In high school, I was primarily linebacker, strong safety, and now coming here playing defensive end. I feel like some strengths that help me play defensive end this year will be my speed, like speed to power, something like that. My hands, using violent hands.
Did you ever play with your hand in the dirt in high school?
No, sir.
I mean, I know you haven't really gotten on the field, but how do you kind of look forward to that transition?
I'm really open to it. Coach Dowse, he's a great teacher, obviously. I feel like he's going to put me in the best position to be great, whether it's putting my hand up in the dirt or standing up. But I'm excited to put my hand in the dirt. First time, it's new for me, and yeah.
What was the talks like, when they brought that up, the position change and saying, hey, we see you as here? How did they bring that up, and how did you take on that suggestion?
It was easy for me to take it on personally because I like playing DN because this was my first year actually playing DN in high school, and I actually liked it. But putting the hand in the dirt was kind of hard for me to like decipher and like come to understanding with it. Now that I see, I feel like I'll be better with my hand in the dirt.
What was your first impression of Coach Narduzzi when he started recruiting you?
I love Coach Narduzzi. My first impression was, I was kind of nervous because my first impression, he came to my high school, and you know that first feeling when you meet the head coach, you get all nervous and stuff. But he was a very welcoming guy. All he talked about was the tradition and culture here, and that was major for me because the school I came from had it was a huge tradition and culture school.
Coach Manlock recruited you initially, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What was it about him that appealed to you and made you consider coming to Pitt?
Really, the way he recruited me since my freshman year, and like he was on me about just getting bigger, getting faster, and like he was really adamant about like developing me and like waiting until I actually like got to where he wanted me to be. And I really like that about him because that stuck out to me because some coaches like they just tell you what you want to hear, and he told me what I needed to hear instead of like just feeding me like just to hide my head.
Did you say Pitt first contacted you as a freshman in high school?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that?
Yes, sir.
What was that like, being a ninth grader and all of a sudden college coaches are talking to you?
It was kind of crazy because going into high school, I really didn't have to I didn't know what offers were. I didn't know you know what I mean. So like it was a good experience. It was a very cool experience. It was good.
When did the offer come? Was it your
January of going into my senior year. So
Oh, okay.
actually this year around this time, last year.
Denim,
Uh,
how did that injury impact you in your love for the game? Like having it taken away from you, and what has it done for your mindset going forward?
It impacted me. I would say it was very impactful to me. Around that time, I was just going through some things, but it definitely taught me that don't take no plays for granted. Like one play can be your whole career, or be an injury that costs you a couple months of recovery. Yeah, it definitely impacted me a lot.
Coach Dowse hasn't been here a long time, but last year he played, I think, 2 or 3 true freshmen. Did you kind of see enrolling early as a path to maybe getting on that track?
Yes, sir. that was one of the reasons I early enrolled, just to get some early minutes, or just learn and develop and get stronger physically and get ahead of the game before August.
What can you say about playing, you know, the high elevage like Columbus? How did that prepare you for the level of competition there?
Can you say it again?
You know, you're from the Columbus area. I mean, what's it like playing in that area with football? What can you say about that compared to?
Compared to Pitt?
Yeah, like what's the level change for you? How do you transition from that?
I feel like my high school, it was a football high school, so like we primarily are one of the top teams in the state, and like I feel like they helped me develop and helped me to transition that to where I am today. So I feel like it's not going to be too hard. It's not going to be too easy. I know I'm going to have to work every day.
Was it hard to give up the last semester of your senior year in high school to come here?
Yeah, it was a lot of thinking, a lot of thought process going into it with my mom and stuff, because in my family, they didn't really want me to leave early, but I feel like sometimes you got to make sacrifices to get where you want to be in life, and that was a big sacrifice I made. So it wasn't that hard.
Were you a basketball player?
Yes, sir.
So would your basketball coach get a little upset with you?
So I started basketball. I played varsity my freshman and sophomore year, and I ended up quitting going into junior year to focus on football primarily, and just like to get physically, like get more bigger and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then how have you adjusted to the academic side of college?
My high school was a very huge academic school. They were like student athlete first. You're always a student before an athlete. So I feel like transitioning school wise, my high school really set me up to be great, and I feel like the transition was pretty smooth.